for being sold as a slave.
We live in a dilemma. We live in between the sting of a scorpion and the sting of a snake, of a python.
This, for me as a person, first of all, it is very difficult for me to come to school and to walk on top of them to school. For me, it is so
We have a challenge because we have a lot of young Cameroonians who are eager to learn.
Murder, kidnapping, inhuman acts on the basis you've heard. Youths living in frustration. Parents drowning in depression. Deriding confrontation.
No situation that which will stop education, because a generation is about to be sacrificed in the Anglophone Cameroons.
That the separatists or the military loyal, they commit terrible atrocities with students.
I leave home every day. I come to school, though I don't have any class. I've not had any class since I started coming to school because my classmates have not been coming as well.
So the fundamental thing is that the parents are scared about their children's security. It is true that we will say that there is no security anywhere in the Northwest and Southwest. That is true.
The military will tell you they are protecting the students, and at the same time we've also had cases where the students have suffered rather from the hands of the military. You saw videos where the military rather got into hostesses and molested students. We've also seen cases wherein the pro-independent fighters, call them Amber, they've had students tortured for going to school. At the end of the day, the student who is a common man is in the middle of two hard sides.
I will have problems of lodging first. Generally, students used to look for houses around the institution where they are, but when you come here, you realize that all the houses, all the municities, everything, they are empty, totally empty. And they now have to go far to look for houses because of the crisis.
When there is no school, male and female rather, even, there will be a lot of promiscuity. And once there is that promiscuity, in my opinion, I think that will also result in a high level of pregnancy.
They steal, they rape, they do all kinds of things.
Threats they receive that students should not come to school. And also, like, they have attacks from like their hostesses. It's not easy coming to school because at times the taxi comes and drop us halfway and we have to trek. It's risky.
I don't think it's a comfortable thing for a child to be in class and you're hearing gunshots in the neighborhood. That's a terrible
And two, at time with this crisis, we are forced to even, you're afraid at times to go out. Let's say if you're studying something, you're afraid to go out at night to meet your neighbor because of the curfew.
One of the most problems for the lecturers is that we are the target of those people. Yes, when they enter university, they first look for lecturers because maybe they think that lecturers have money. And they to come to the university and you have those kind of problems and so on. If something happens, you'll be abandoned to yourself. Your institution will not follow up. It will be something really between you, the people who took you, and your family. In graduation, I heard 2 lecturers were shot. They did not reach them, but the cars were totally spoiled. I don't know. Now, if they spoil the car, how would they come to school? For example, for me, I don't have a car. I was, but with the accident, I cannot drive. I don't have a car, so I'm coming with a taxi. The taxi will stop at 4 Junction. I have to walk like I don't know, maybe 1 kilometer on crutches. It is not easy.
Yes, now student in this way will be catch them ready to go school. Will be the kind of for key them because we don't want them tired. But we don't come, we don't hold me, so we don't decide say no. We will leave them. But now the last one in the world is send.
Yeah, so at first I was so scared when they took me from my place with my eyes closed. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. At the point in time, I felt like I would be raped or I would be thrown in a river or he would just kill me. But as we went on that journey and he brought me in that strange place, I don't know where, I think they were actually cool with us. Like when we went there, they brought us food to eat, water to drink, and we actually ate the same meal they eat. And yeah, it was cool. I kind of like, the problem wasn't us, the people who were being kidnapped. I just feel like they had a dream and they needed us to fulfill that dream, because they were not cruel. They were actually kind. They would come in the morning, we would do our morning prayers together. And
I think one of the ways that we can move forward, especially in education, is first of all not just to go to school, but to have restorative cycles. It's about having these restorative cycles whereby people who have been faced or who have experienced violence, people who have seen corpses, people who have lost their loved ones, people who have even killed people and whose properties have been burnt and looted, they need to come into a setting whereby they speak and somebody listens to them. It's a process. It worked so well in Rwanda, in Sierra Leone, in Liberia, and it worked. I believe that we can use as well this system to first of all ensure the emotional comeback of school children, of learners, of university dons and students who faced with violence. Then
we have that right of education. So I really hope this crisis comes to an end.
I think it is important we put pride aside, we put arrogance aside, we sit down and look at ourselves as insight and see what we can do.
Everybody is a loser. I think the struggle can continue without violence, and it should. I'm advocating that it should. Reason being that we have other countries who've had such struggles, and Without violence, they've done it big time. When you look at the violence, which bucket for violence, which we are all witnessing, you will discover that we've lost lives. In such a situation, everybody is a loser. Why? Because you will have a government tomorrow who certainly will not have the workforce of people who must have gone to school to take over from the old guards. The independent fighters, I wish to say that they stand a better chance to even be at the losing end more. Reasons being that other education or other educational facilities are ongoing in other francophone regions. And one of our complaints for this crisis, we were talking about marginalization. I begin to see a situation where, because violence or no violence, school or no school, we shall sit on the table and discuss. Even if we were to separate, people sit on the same table to discuss about separation and the terms of. Then by the time we discuss and then we are out of it, okay, let's say yes, we have independence. You get a population of youth that were sacrificed, who certainly did not acquire knowledge to take over the country we are fighting to take. So children too who stay out of school because they are sympathizing one way or the other for the struggle, they are also better losers.
We students, we have that right. We have the right to education. We should go to school. I wish that this crisis end for us to go to school, because it's really not cool for we students to just stay home doing nothing. It's our right.